Hi, this is Mike at the Edit Doctor on Twitter with another new addition to New Premiere. Now first I'm going to start with a bit of a complaint because one of these clips in this series is actually offline, but by looking at the clip and the clip's color, you can't tell that. Now it's this clip, and when I of course hover over it, it does show that it's media offline here, but by looking at it, you can't tell there's any difference between this and the others in the series, and I think that's a problem. You can actually grow this and you'll begin to recognize that same symbols up there that says media offline, but pretend that doesn't happen, and this is something I think that should be changed, or an awful lot of headaches will happen. But we'll leave that aside for right now, and we'll move on to, let's take all the clips and we'll make them offline, and we'll pretend that I just got this and every single one of these clips is offline. Now I have to reconnect them, so the idea of reconnecting one at a time and finding it on your own would have been a nightmare. But I go link media, we'll leave all these at the default, I will choose to locate, and it finds the first clip in the series. Now if I uncheck this, these are the other clips that it will be looking for after it finds this one. If we go back here, you can also see relink others automatically is checked, and these as well. But this is important because when I say locate, and it finds that clip, when I hit OK, it actually finds all the rest of them as well. And there they are, and they're all reconnected. And that was pretty easy. Now one thing that I do think is neat is this is a folder inside of where the clips are. Now I'm going to take this one, and I'm just going to move it inside of another folder. As a matter of fact, let's move it inside of another folder inside of another folder. We'll return back to here, and that clip should have been offline, and I don't know if you saw that for a flash of a second, but it was, and then Premiere found it. And if you're wondering, if you say reveal in Finder, it actually finds the clip that is inside of here. So it knew enough to know where to go. Now I could take it and I could move it back out again. We could return to Premiere, and it put it back in its place. And that's great. So it's smart enough to reconnect the stuff on the fly without you doing it. So now we finally have multiple clip reconnecting and searching in Premiere. I'm Mike at the Edit Doctor on Twitter. Enjoy.